We back with another video, man, and this one is a long awaited video, you know what I'm saying, because this is like the final chapter closing in this whole thing, you know what I'm saying. It finally been 1 year since the whole Drake and Kendrick beef. I think it made like a year, like maybe a couple weeks ago, you know what I'm saying. So what we wanted to do was a full recap of the beef and basically our thoughts and where we was at when this happened and when this dropped and whatnot, you know what I'm saying. So sit down, buckle up, y'all, because this gonna be good right here. Okay, this is gonna be good. Before we get into the video, we doing a road to 10K subscribers, you know what I'm saying, and we gotta give y'all the biggest shout out and all the love, you know what I'm saying, because y'all helping us get there, man, you know what I'm saying. So we ain't gonna waste no time, y'all, because it might be a little lengthy joint, but it's gonna be worth it, I promise you. You got anything y'all want to say?
Let's get into it, bro.
Get into it. Come on.
Let's jump right in.
Let's get into it. Like that drop. I don't know where y'all was at.
I know where I was at.
I know exactly where I was at. I was at school, and I was in my girlfriend's dorm, and her friends was over, and I just happened to just get on Instagram, bro, and they was like, Kendrick is on the album, and I'm like, oh, okay, bet.
Decent
you know
album.
What I'm saying?
Yep.
Great. That was a really
Great
good album,
bro.
And then I heard Kendrick diss Drake, right? So I'm like, this probably the little shots that they've been doing, the little subliminals, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They started putting the lyrics up there. I said, hold on, everybody shut up, hold on.
On me.
I grabbed that speaker, I said, put it on now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because we've been waiting for this moment.
Been waiting.
Man, I heard that joint. I was jumping up and down, bro. I promise you.
I think you called me.
I did. I ended up calling him. I said, bro, what's happening? I called him like the rapture was going on. I said, bro, turn your phone on. He dissed him. Nigga, like,
just a little backstory on that, though. Years prior to that, we had our own little, like, I guess you could say, battle hours.
We in a car. That's before we even did all of this.
Way before YouTube.
This is way before YouTube.
To settle the beef, I lost. Do some biased opinions.
We had some people in that. He played the wrong songs. Drake has his. We get it, but that's not about that, right?
Right. Just a little backstory though about that.
I called him. I'm like, Corey, bro. He dissed him. Corey, like, what'd he do? What'd he say? What'd he say? I'm like, no, nigga. He dissed him. Like, you need to respond, joint, right? Okay. I would never forget that, bro. I was never forget. Where was you at when this happened?
I was probably at work when that was happening. I think
I would have called off so damn fast. I would have to get the fuck up out of there.
It was at nighttime though when you called me though.
I think I'm obviously I got into it late, but I got into it late, like maybe like into like the third or fourth song into the beef. I'm like, wait a minute, this is a real beef going on?
Real. This is real.
The realest beef. Push-ups.
Okay.
I know where I was in push-ups though.
I know where I was at push-up too. Everything I was at school for this whole thing. Mind you, we ain't do the reaction, nothing. This is still only podcast.
Yep.
Push-ups dropped. And I remember it was a whole bunch of noise about this is AI, this is fake that was going on, right?
Because he didn't want to drop it fully.
Exactly.
Right.
Scary. He wanted to see what everybody wanted to do first. And then he dropped push-ups. And when push-ups dropped, where was I at? I was at school and I heard it. And I'm like, I know he finna do did we have a podcast about this?
Nah.
We did have a podcast. Yes.
I don't know.
This means war. I would never forget it. Yes, it was.
But wasn't that after we heard push-ups though?
I think it was, but I don't think Euphoria and all of that happened.
No, Euphoria dropped. We was waiting for him to drop.
Yes.
I know where I was at though.
And I know it sounds like I'm munching y'all, but we breaking this shit down. I'm not. I'm calling this baby and I'm not knocking Drake. Drake got the most hits. Drake got more hits than the Beatles, my nigga. We don't need to talk about Drake, but I feel like a lot of people is really undermining how big of an artist Kendrick really is.
He's tough. Don't get me wrong.
No. It's not that. It's not that. It's not that he's tough. Kendrick is literally like I'm trying not to sound like I'm munching because I promise I'm not.
You finna cross that line.
I'm not. Anybody that knows real music know Kendrick is one of a kind, bro.
So he
Kendrick is arguably the greatest rapper of all time. Over Pac, over Biggie, arguably. And I'm only saying that because of accomplishments in the art. In the art. I'm being dead serious. I mean, I'm being dead serious. Drake, I'm gonna be honest. Your best bet, even though I said you need to respond, don't. Just don't.
So now, okay.
You lost. You lost.
Okay.
You lost. He lost.
He lost because there's so many people that's against him. But
No. You lost. Let me tell you why. Because you can't out-rap Kendrick.
Nah.
Kendrick is the better rapper. Everybody can say that.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't even listen to music like that.
And look, Drake be scooping up. This is how Drake wins in his battles. Because Drake be scooping up the most darkest shit and put it in a fucking diss track.
He petty.
But look, think about it like this. Kendrick don't be on shit for real. Kendrick don't be on the socials. Kendrick don't go to parties like that. The nigga disappeared for 5 years and wasn't on Instagram.
That is true.
Who the fuck are you finna scoop up shit on him? How you gonna get shit on him?
I was at the muffler shop. I was at the muffler shop handling some catalytic converter business. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, I would never forget
Bro,
that.
I listened to push-ups, and the man, I was like, bro, this is crazy. This is really happening.
No, yes. When I heard push-ups, I'm like, first of all, I was thinking, can we beat this right here?
Right. It was looking kind of scary.
It was light. But I'm like, okay, he's addressing everybody.
Exactly.
And I knew Drake was gonna. I said this on the podcast. Y'all can go see it. I said Drake is gonna go low. Drake is gonna try to say some real deep, hurtful stuff. But I kept saying, I'm like, bro, I don't think he can find anything on Kendrick. Kendrick gonna be outside. I'm like, he don't be outside like that. But push-ups was fire, low key.
It was fire.
Push-ups was fire. Where was you at? Still at work?
Probably, but I listened to it, but I was like I said, I wasn't really into like the beat. But
he wasn't tuned in like that.
I wasn't tuned in until that your video that blew up.
Yeah,
that's when I was like, let me tune in for myself, bro.
Yes, bro. Oh yeah, Tailor Made. Tailor Made.
We don't talk about that one though.
No, we can talk about it. Tailor Made drop because I actually like Tailor Made.
It was cool.
It was a good psychological thing, but AI was like, it seemed kind of corny a little bit.
Lost me on the AI joint.
But I feel you though. I feel you. It was creative. I think that's one of the most creative disses out of all of them. To be completely honest.
To use a new technology for that, it was like
to be his legend.
Yeah, like okay, cool.
Because what he was saying was actually,
it was hard,
insane.
It was hard, but
first
listen, I don't know. Like I was like, this ain't really
hard. I'm
gonna
be real. As a Kendrick fan, when I heard Tailor Made, because this is when Kendrick was taking some time, bro.
It was like 2 weeks.
It was like 2 weeks, and I started getting nervous because I'm like,
is he gonna drop something?
I'm like, dog, don't diss him.
Crazy,
bro. Everybody was talking crazy to me, bro. I'm like, bro, you don't diss him if you knew you didn't have nothing. I started getting scared, bro. I started getting scared because he was like, Kendrick, we need you. West Coast savior.
Oh, damn, that joke was hard. That joke was hard.
I'm sitting there like, bro, please don't have me out here like this. Please do not have me out here like this, bro. Because we already knew Drake is battle tested. So I'm like, we haven't seen Kendrick in his joint.
He 1-1. We never seen Kendrick in the beef before.
Nah, we haven't. We all know that nigga can rap though.
But it is kind of scary that he never really like.
Yeah, bro.
Because people, that lets you know like people want to have to try him.
Yeah.
That lets you know you better be prepared if you're gonna try that.
Exactly. That Tailor Made was actually creative as hell, and then he was saying some things that was low key like. As a Kendrick fan, we was like,
because you're using his two goats to talk to you.
It was creative, but I think it was too soon for that. I think if they battled now, how AI is now, I think it would have. Yeah, I think it would have been a little.
This is like when it first kind of like dropped on the scene. Like you can use it for like to mimic people's voices.
Yeah, that's when it first had dropped. Yeah. Actually, 7-minute drill was a part of this joint, bro. Before he took it out, J. Cole.
Yeah, but we don't talk about J.
Cole. No, we gonna talk about it. Yes, we are gonna talk about it.
You know why? That diss was trash.
No, I didn't like the diss neither.
It was trash. Bro.
I didn't like the diss neither because I expected more from Cole. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't bad though, but I expected more from Cole. But
you gonna help me fight by throwing some real punches.
Your first one was average. I was like
your first one was average, and I'm like, that shit ass.
Your second one was tragic. It was like, hold on, brother. We talking about the Pimp Butterfly and Good Kid, Man City.
He cut like when he said that, I was like, me being a Drake fan, I was like, I gotta be honest with you, bro. Like, To Pimp Butterfly Good Kid,
greatest
Mad City,
albums of all time.
The greatest. It's still up there to this day. It's gonna be there for a long time.
Yes.
You
So
know
when he
what I'm
said that, I was like,
yeah, you kind of lost me on that one.
And then I think he said something about like put niggas to sleep.
Yeah, he was like, put me to sleep.
And I'm like, Cole, hold on, brother. You are the last
look
person
at your
I was
projects.
gonna say. And Cole fans relax. But that was a bad angle that he took. The one thing that I did like that Cole said, where he was like, crazy, now I got it. When I got it, now he wants something with me. That was a good angle. That was a good angle because it was like, damn, this nigga Cole. That's when Cole was going crazy that whole year.
Yeah, but they want to.
I said, yeah, I didn't think it was enough. And I think
respect your decision though by getting out though.
I don't.
I respect.
I do not. I would never let you.
You knew something that we didn't know.
No.
You know what
he
I'm saying?
dodged the bullet, but Cole, do not think you sweet. Because I'm gonna be honest, bro. In all honesty, bro, you sat here and for the entire year, you was talking about how you was great. You was talking about how you was ready to cut niggas' heads off. You was talking about how you wanted all this smoke. And when the dude that was on your level got to you, you apologize. Get up out of there.
He is automatically out the big three.
For that,
you're gone.
That's that.
You're out.
That's insane.
That's real. You out, bro.
EUPHORIA.
Bro.
Oh my gosh. This is
Euphoria,
where our lives changed here,
yes.
bro. EUPHORIA dropped. I was in my room, and it dropped early too. And I remember, I saw his Instagram, and it said Kendrick EUPHORIA out now, right? And I said, oh my gosh, we are in the end zone now. We're in the end game, bro.
Off the title alone, I already knew what type of time he was on.
I didn't. We've never seen him do this, bro. So I was like, whatever you say. What more do y'all want, bro? What more? Real rap. Corey, what's up?
How many black features till you finally feel
What's
like
up?
black enough?
Y'all thought shit was sweet out here? You thought shit was sweet out here?
I hate the way that you sneak this. If I catch flight, it's gonna be direct.
Bro, we ain't doing no pit stops around here.
Nigga, call him out by name.
What's up?
Call him out by
Corey,
name.
what's good, G? All that shit you was talking. And we gonna talk about it on the pod. Dad, what's good? You too? Yeah. We all here, yeah. I was fighting all y'all. What's up? We here. Y'all wanted to smoke, now y'all got it.
And the kill really been going through a 20v1.
Bro, I've been fighting 90 people by myself, bro. And I just prayed that it was enough. I'm gonna be honest.
Oh, God.
I prayed that, but I was so happy that he at least responded. You know what I'm saying? When it dropped, I called him. I said, yo, we gonna do a reaction for this joint. We ain't never did it before. He said, nah, bro, I don't wanna do it.
That's
exactly how it happened.
That's not how that
I
went.
said, bro, come down here. We need to do it. I said, come down here now. He said, no, bro.
That's the thing, though.
Nah, he ain't want to do it because he didn't think it was going to do
I was
nothing.
fresh off work. You know what I'm saying? It was a late night when he called me. They was recording. I lived an hour away from downtown. You know what I'm saying? It was cold. You know, well, yeah, it was a little cold outside.
Bro.
You know what I'm saying?
I said, you're not going to do this with me? And we've been talking about this for the whole life?
It's not that I didn't want to do it. It's just
he
that
did not want to do it.
I was tired.
So I said, you know what, bro? I'm going to get my boy Jaden. And we did it. And then, boy, our whole career changed.
Whole career changed in the YouTube scene.
Yes, bro. We was on the phone. It was me, Corey, and Keyshawn, bro. And we just kept refreshing. That boy went from 8. This is so crazy. I tell the story all the time. I was gonna delete that EUPHORIA video.
Crazy.
It was at 8 views for 8 hours.
That's crazy.
Literally 8 hours, bro. I'm like, man, I'm gonna take this day. Nobody gonna watch this. I just left it up there. Boy, do you know what we will be at right now if I took that video down? That is so. It's like struggling. You know what I'm saying? So, and we still struggling.
Oh gosh.
You know what I'm saying? So, hey, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Y'all ran that joint up, and we was at 100K in about a week and a half.
That's so
And ever since then, we went on a whole run. Because then next was 616. He didn't release that on streaming. He released that on his Instagram.
Yeah, that's what's. Yeah.
Yeah, he did, which I understood. You know what I'm saying? But like, bro, I ain't gonna lie. When he dropped back to back, I'm like, this nigga might be loaded up with some stuff.
Oh no,
he must got some files on dude ass or something, bro. The old no. This is when I came back home, and that's when we recorded all them 3 videos in that day.
Oh yeah, we did all the reactions.
Yes, I remember that. Yes, I would never forget that.
Shout out to y'all for that though.
But y'all was running them joints. That little streak.
War ready if the world is ready to see you bleed. The Elohim KTW. No, you can't sleep. These images trouble you. Know the wires in your circle should puzzle you. If you were street smart, then you would have caught that your entourage is only to hustle you.
Oh my God.
He had me at the
Real Smoke.
Elohim.
What you quiet over there for?
Cause there's nothing I can really say.
What you talking about?
I can't bash the man. I said I've been saying this for days until
he said, "Look, it was fun until you started putting money in the streets."
Came back with no receipts.
Then lost money because they came back with no receipts. The stuff that you said, they can't even back it up.
Or they didn't find anything.
They didn't find anything. Insane, bro.
Insane.
Do you remember 616 in LA?
Yeah, I remember watching it. I remember listening to it. I was like, man. I remember like watching y'all reactions. I was like, this is. I'm like, I don't understand like what's going on, but this is like new wave of energy right now on both.
Yeah.
I was trying so hard not to listen to that music.
It was so hard, bro. It was so hard, bro. And it was crazy. All this happened in like a night or two.
Yeah,
literally. It happened in like one night or two, bro. And
crazy.
Then Family Matters came in.
Man, ended it.
Man.
He didn't end what?
It ended it.
I want to talk about Family Matters real quick. I got so much hate on that video. I got so much hate on that video, bro, because everybody was saying that I was glazing and I was doing this and I was hating on Drake. And I'm going to be real. Was I being slight biased? Yes. I had to, though, because of us two. It wasn't because of Drake. It wasn't because of Kendrick. It was us two because I knew this, like I said, this beef between us when it comes to them has been happening since before this thing even happened. You know what I'm saying? But what I was saying on Family Matters, I'm standing by it, and it proved my point, bro.
I think I remember you saying that he didn't really direct all his energy towards Kendrick.
I feel like he should have,
else.
but this is what I was saying, right? Because everybody was like, I kept saying that, Drake, you ain't got no proof, and everybody in the comments like, proof? How you supposed to have proof? Kendrick didn't have proof.
Exactly.
And I'm like, dog, this is what I'm saying. Oh, this is what I was saying right here. I said, Drake, this nigga Kendrick is accusing you of doing these things. He's saying you are doing this, you are this, you are this. Drake was responding with, I heard this, I heard that. And I said, bro, that's not finna stick harder than somebody telling you that you're doing this. It's a lot of I heard. It's a lot of I heards, bro.
No I heards, bro.
But you can't respond on a diss when it's a I heard this. Kendrick came at you direct with numbers.
How direct do you want this to be?
Nah, I'm saying direct as far as accuracy. And the proof came in because I said this. Yes, both artists didn't have proof. But the things that Kendrick was accusing Drake of, there was people online that was already pulling
bias.
up. No, it's not. No, it's not.
Bias.
This is what I was saying. This is why I said what Kendrick was saying stuck harder. Because I'm like, bro, when Kendrick dropped Euphoria, there was people that was uploading videos of Drake acting
the TikTok stuff.
Yes.
Yeah,
but I'm saying like it was videos. Remember I was talking about when he was on the stage with the girl.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I don't think that he fully knew that she wasn't of age.
The nigga said on the stage, damn, you this? Damn, you gonna get me in trouble.
You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying?
Diabolical.
Bro, he still did it, bro.
Diabolical, bro. You still did it.
But that's why I said what Kendrick is saying is gonna land harder than what you saying, because you saying a whole bunch of speculations versus somebody saying, hey, you're this.
But that's kind of hard to just, you know what I'm saying, just come up with that. You know what I'm saying?
I get it.
Why would I say that if I know something? It's like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel you. But that's what I was saying, and everybody was like, nah, you being biased. You glazing. I'm like, y'all, watch. Do you remember when Family Matters dropped or no?
Yeah, I remember Family Matters.
Where you was at?
My career.
Oh yeah, that dropped on a late night too.
I was up. Some told me to just be on social media and just like look, and I looked at it and I was like, let me listen to this.
I do feel like with Family Matters though, it should have been more aimed at Kendrick.
Yeah, but he had, it was a 20v1.
Bro, you did it on push-ups, bro. I don't care what nobody say. A$AP got the worst. I say it every time.
A$AP did get the worst.
A$AP got the worst out of everybody, bro. I'm not
A$AP got the worst, and Metro Boomin caught a stray. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was like the whole
A$AP and Weekend was the worst.
He was going for Weekend head.
It was the worst. You know what I'm saying? But
you know what I'm saying?
I just said with Drake, I just felt like, dog, like you, it's not gonna hit harder when you saying I heard this, but this man saying you did this, and you are this.
That's insane.
And then he doubled down on Meet the Grams.
Meet the Grams was like the end all be all.
I say
that was it.
Meet the Grams to me.
But Drake made me look so bad.
Yeah.
Made me look so bad,
bro. It was bad, bro. Meet the Grams was, to me, the best diss. That's my favorite diss out of all of them.
What video was it? I had the ski mask on.
That was a Not Like Us music video.
Oh my god.
Yes, that was the music video, bro. Meet the Grams dropped, and I'm like, this is when we get Kendrick Lamar. Like, this is
real.
This is what his art.
So which one was like Kung Fu Kenny to you?
Kung Fu Kenny to me was Euphoria.
Yeah, that was like
Kendrick Lamar.
That was Meet the Grams.
K-Dot was like that to
That's
me.
like celebratory.
That's like
West Coast.
Yeah, you feel me?
You know what I'm saying?
Kung Fu Kenny was Euphoria, but Meet the Grams was Kendrick Lamar. This was the how much a dollar cost type-esque songs, bro. Meet the Grams dropped, and it wasn't even about the child, bro. But when I said Kendrick, everything Kendrick said was direct. It was direct, and he meant every line that he said, and that's why I'm like, Drake, this is what you was missing in Family Matters.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's going to hit harder, bro.
But he did try to attack him with, the Good Kid, Mad City Van. You know what I'm saying?
He did,
it was
bro.
Symbolic. You know
Drake
what I'm saying?
and Family Matters got direct towards the end of the song when he was like, you beat on your queen.
Right. When it shifted.
That part was good, but
yeah.
the song was over with at that point.
Yeah, it was basically.
You get what I'm saying? Yeah. Bro, Meet the Grams drop, bro. He went at Adonis. He went at Dennis. He went at Sandra. And then Drake at the end. And then you announced the child.
Then you announced he got another child.
That's so crazy.
They've been hiding the world from his child.
Bro. I'm going to be honest, bro. And the things that he said on there, I'm like, you wouldn't think
that nobody would say this.
Something. Bro. That's crazy, bro. That one, bro, I would never get when we heard that. I was like, he's talking about it. He's talking about it.
I've been in this industry 12 years. I'ma tell y'all one little secret. There's some weird shit going on, and some of these artists be here to police it. They be streamlining victims all inside of their home and calling them tender. Then leak videos, sell themselves to further push their agendas.
Let's go! Real smoke!
That's doing too much.
No, it ain't! Bro, you're not finna... I'm not one of them ones. Let's really talk.
He keeps saying... Bro, he said...
This is not a diss track. He's exposing, bro.
Victims all inside of their home and calling them tender. Then they leak videos to themselves to further
push their agenda. Yeah, he talking about it. Yeah. Oh my gosh. And look, Sandra don't know. Dennis don't know. Adonis don't know. Shit. I'm like, bro, this type of shit get your ass killed.
On me.
You know what I'm saying?
On me.
Everybody got their sources and get their information.
I would never.
And once they get that stuff stamped, and all it takes is one person to try you, and then next thing you know, you just like, you know what? I think I've had enough playing with these little kids, bro. Man. Let me step in and let you know who the real big dog is.
I would never, bro. And that's how I felt. Kendrick felt like when he was like, let me stop playing.
I don't think I'm playing.
This is my red button,
bro. It was crazy, bro. All the screenshots was coming out, videos. Then the Ozempic comes out,
and this is why I said proof. I wasn't saying that Kendrick is telling the truth, but I'm saying, dog, even if he lying, people don't know.
I don't know why I'm getting chills talking about this. I ain't gonna lie. It's crazy.
I think the most wildest thing though about this is that Drake responded on Instagram. Remember, and he was like, somebody please tell me about my daughter.
Yeah,
and I'm like, brother,
all the pictures.
I'm like, brother, this is what you put a response to after he just said all this about this agenda and everything.
They found her in the All My Life video.
That was her
with J. Cole and Lil Durk or whatever. That, you know what I'm saying?
What, I don't know.
They say it was her.
They
but
say
that ain't her.
Somebody in Kendrick camp said that they got the photos, but they didn't want to out him because they didn't want to.
She's a minor.
Yeah,
so
they didn't want to do all of that. You know what I'm saying? Which is respectful because Pusha would have did it.
Drake would have
did it, bro.
Drake
That's
would
so
have did
crazy.
it if it was a Rose was reversed. He would have did
By
it.
far, bro. By far.
And what I learned earlier about Pusha, he ain't playing.
He's not playing.
He ain't playing. He would have did it.
And then, bro, the biggest song to come out of this whole joint, Not Like Us. I was on my way back to the crib, and I'm like, I just uploaded this other joint, bro. Not Like Us came back. I was on my way back to school, so you wasn't here. I did it with Jaden again, bro, and I had already heard the song, so I was like, bro, this just gonna be our review of that joint, and it's just us dancing the entire time, bro. This entire time, I say, yeah, this the victory anthem right here.
It's the victory lap.
Then step this way, step that way, then step this way, step that way.
This joint the victory anthem right here. I would never get that, bro. And then that's when I had called you. You said it was he tried to hate on it.
Yeah.
And we did the music video. That's when you got a lot of hate.
I got so much hate.
Because he was hating on it, though.
How many comments did that video get?
That did, I don't know, that did over 20K, 30K.
The comments was crazy, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Bro, they was on him, bro.
I was getting screwed.
They was on him bad, like bad. Like, he had death threats.
Damn near.
But he was that's them LA niggas that I told you to chill on. And he was trying to diss LA, and I said, okay, nigga.
I want y'all diss LA.
And he was
talking
trolling
about one person from LA.
That's the bro. Not like us. Before we need, hey, look. Can you? This nigga in haterade.
It's about time.
Oh my goodness.
This boy, man, come
this
on,
is crazy. Hey, look, hey, all I gotta say is, because there's no way we just gonna start this joint like that. What are your expectations?
I expect it to be real like LA. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's gonna be LA regardless. So let's get on with it, man.
Y'all see, if this was me, y'all will be saying, he hated. I cannot believe this.
First of all, they know where I'm
That's
coming from.
so crazy.
They know exactly where I'm coming from. So
who?
The people. They know exactly
where
I'm
you coming from.
They know me and them got a connection. You be drinking.
Are you kidding me?
You be drinking a lot of haterade. So with me,
that's not
true. They support me because they know where I'm coming from. You feel me?
No. They do not.
They do.
This man got some hating in his voice.
Look, watch the comments. When the comments drop, they gonna be like, bro, like, I feel him. Thank you.
Not LA as a whole. Just one person.
That's so
from
crazy,
LA.
bro.
You know
That's so crazy, bro. I ain't gonna lie. When we did that joint, we did the music video. I was excited because I'm like, I started seeing leaks.
Man.
He shut down the whole California down.
He really did, though. Like, you know,
all them stars that was there. That shit was crazy, bro. I would never forget that, bro.
DeMar Rose, Serena Williams.
Yeah.
DJ Mustard.
YG was there.
YG.
Boy, I would never forget that.
Damn.
I would never forget that, bro.
So tough, bro.
That joint dropped. And we was like, this it. I didn't think Drake was going to respond, and he did.
He did.
The Heart Part 6. And
Part
I said,
6.
bro, this your last chance right here to make something shake.
All disappointed, bro.
He tried to flip it. I gave him respect for the effort, but big dog,
no.
You should have just laid this one out,
we
big
were
dog.
disappointed. We were disappointed.
It was,
like you said, it was too late.
Old.
It was too late of trying to, like, you know, diffuse the situation.
I knew he lost when he said, and I don't want to rap against you no more.
Because you making me feel like I'm just not
like,
myself.
Dog, you told him to drop. All in all, Drake, it was cool. It was cool. It was cool. Cole been blowing up my phone.
I'd give it like
1 out of 10. I give it
7.
7. Because you just doubled down what you said on Family Matters, for real. But I don't know.
Right.
And now you feel like not rapping him no more. Come on, bro. That's.
But he still
like
is the top artist that we have ever seen.
No, he's not.
He
Michael
is.
Jackson is the top artist we have
went
ever
over Michael Jackson in everything. Streaming, engagement.
Okay. He did not.
Everything. Okay. We're bigger than Mike Jack. Okay?
Go ahead. Y'all know what to do. On his ass.
The king of pop?
The proof is there. The stats are there.
The king of pop.
Yes.
Do you know what Michael Jackson would do with the internet?
It don't matter.
Do you know what he would do with the internet? That is so insane, bro.
He was on TV.
That's so nasty.
He was on
bro.
TV.
That's not the internet.
He was on TV.
That's not the internet though.
That's so crazy.
That's not social media.
He's on TV.
Hey man, that's our recap, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I hope y'all enjoyed it. You know, we don't want to be too long on it. You feel me? But now we can finally rest. Close that book unless that boy started back up again. We'll be here.
Hopefully don't.
You know what I'm saying? Drake working on his album right now. You know what I'm saying? But hey, go over to the Patreon. We just dropped 2 Patreon exclusive videos over there. We did 2 birds, 1 stone with Drake and the story of Addy Don. Pusha T.
Support the
You know
family.
what I'm saying? That is Patreon only for only $2 a month, y'all. You know what I'm saying? So drop a like, comment, share, subscribe on the video. We love y'all. We finna be lit the entire summer. Content coming weekly.
Summer.
I promise y'all. You know what I'm saying? And we out. Rock with your boy.
Much love always.